Hello, and this is the Warp Forge with a Batman Miniatures Games box unboxing from Knights Models. So this is the Joker Titan Clown, sorry. This is a 3-piece 30 to 35 millimeter figure. I think this is in pewter metal as well, but don't quote me on that. It's very nice. It is in a clamp pack, which I like because you can reopen and reseal it as many times as you like, which basically means you can put lots of counters in this, which is essential for part of the game mechanics. So it's a nice storehouse to place counters and stuff on the cheap. So without further ado, I'll open this up. We'll start off with the card, if I can just place that somewhere. Hey. So the card is basically here, and on the back is the visual representation of a painted version of this. Inside is the card, which I like because it doesn't waste material, so I like that from Knights Models. Basically all the reference and all that and all the rules for this miniature to play in the Batman Miniatures game. The second piece, well, first bit is a bit of foam, nice bit of foam, very small, very compact, keeps the minis in line, protects it from any harm. The base is similar to a Terminator base, so around about 40mm if I'm correct. It's a little bit larger because it has a lip. So that is it. It is a slotted base. This is a slotted base miniature. Here are the legs. Basically, the front part of the mini, well, not the front part, the front part of the legs, you can obviously see the detail. You can see the difference between the clown pants and the legs, so that's very nice. And if we go on to the second side, you can see the differentiation between the pants and the leg again, especially here. This bit I'm quite happy with because it shows a clear line of where you can cut it with the pliers and then file it all off so that you can pin it. And you can pin this miniature because it's only 1 foot and it's very, very thick and sturdy, which says a lot. If we can go down to here, here shows the tail, whatever you call them, from the coat. So the tail here. And that is part 1 of the miniature. The second part I will show is the fist, basically. So as I see here, if this zooms in, here we go. It is basically the fist. There is more lines, which I'll get to say, which I'll go on about later. Sorry. The miniature here, as you can see all the muscle and the knuckles, and you can see the differentiation between the muscle and the coat, as we see here. So that is the fist, and this is the third part of the miniature. If I can just find a nice place. There we go. So the head is attached to the waistcoat. It's a very bulky mini. As you see, it's got a tab here. If this thing would zoom in. If this would zoom in. There we go. As you see, that's a tab, and it's a tab and peg and hole assembled miniature. I'm surprised the head was actually made onto the body. I thought that would be a separate piece, but alas, it is not, which I do like because it means less fiddly parts. So as you see, the long coat or whatever it is, and on the back you can see him again. You can see a massive tear in the back because he's a Titan thug and he's probably been in a few gang fights against probably Two-Face's and Penguin's crew. So if this would zoom in, there we go. So as you see, he's probably been in a few scraps before his latest encounter, which you would play as. So that is basically the miniature. I'll be placing in, well, let's get that out of the way with. I'll place the pieces of how it will be assembled in order. There we go. Basically, strengths of this mini, it's 3 parts, which I like, so it's no nonsense. You just glue them straight in, or pin then glue straight in. It's a very bulky mini, so it is able to be pinned, so I like that as well. And there's the base, and that's generally it. It's a very nice, highly sculpted, detailed mini. I really enjoy it. I hope to have fun painting it, as well as getting rid of the flash and stuff. The weaknesses or the negatives, the only criticisms I can really say of this mini is that it does have mode lines, but with a bit of scalpel or a bit of filing, you can get it off relatively easy. Another criticism I would have is that when you attach the torso together, it does have a rather large gap where you can see through from the peg and hole assembly, so you do have to fill in with a bit of green stuff or milliput or whatever you have at your disposal, so you will have to do that. But apart from that, it's a really nicely fine detailed miniature. I really like it, and I hope it does a load of carnage on my games against the League of Shadows and Poison Ivy's crew. So this was an unboxing for the Batman Miniatures game Joker Titan Thug. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you see and you want to see more on wargaming in general, including battle reports, reviews, unboxings, and general rambling rants, then please subscribe to the Warp Forge here. Your subscriptions will be greatly appreciated. This is the Warp Forge, signing out, and remember, keep on forging.